So first of all, let's create, before I do this, let me explain something to you. When you provide a reference, this will appear in your data toolbox. Connection string, command builder, adapter, a grid view, text box, and combos, stuff like that. It will appear. Why? When you provide a reference, this will show up here, or you can point your browser to connection or command builder. These are the components. By importing npgsql, you can import it into your project. Well, okay, let's do this. Let's go back to our code. Okay, now here I'm going to create a bool value, yes or no, whether our name or password, does it exist or not in table. If it does, then it will know. This is how you find out. At this point, we know that it doesn't exist, so we will make it false. Okay. Sorry, false, not plus. Okay. Okay, you will have this problem right now because we are not using this. Okay. Now, let's create a connection to our database. Using npgsql command, we can, the connection command here, we can create a connection. Let's name our connection. I named it Khan. You can change it. New. This is how it is done. npgsql connection. Okay. All right. Here we need to tell server name. In this case, it's a local machine. It's a local host. It's not a server. You can, if you're using a remote computer, you can put IP address or like that. Okay, now the port we are using, which is by default, is 5432. That's the port. User ID. Okay. In my case, it's Postgres. And when you click on your database, it will tell you the owner right here, as you can see. And password, I put my password as a Jimmy. And the database. I have created that, so I'm going to use my own database, which I already have it. Okay. Next, we need to open this connection. This will open our connection. Now, since we have opened the connection, now we need to read the data by sending a command. So we can use npgsql command. And we name this command as cmd, let's say. is equivalent to, it's going to be, this is the format, remember that, npgsql command, and let's see, and now we're going to select everything from our table, by which I named it login, where name is equivalent to, this is how we're taking this information from our text box, remember, from here, from tb1. So this is the format for it. Text box 1 dot text and password which is going to be equal to text box 2. Okay, text box 2. Now we're going to close it, and we're going to make sure that our connection is open. And okay, so far so good. Now what we need to do, we need to read our data. We're sending the command, we're selecting everything from the table. Now let's read it. How do we do that? We use npgsql data reader. Okay, we should find it here. There it is, the data reader. Let's name it dr for fun. Or you can put your own name in it. And it's equivalent to our command to execute the reader. The command is being executed. Okay, it will execute the command. Okay, here we're going to find out what if the data doesn't exist, or does the table exist? So this is how we do that. If the data read dot, if it can read, in this case what we will do, so this is the Boolean value, remember we described above. That will be true in this case now, since the data exists, right? Okay. So form 2, we want to check for open form 2, right? Okay, let's name it F5. This is how you form 2. This is how you do it in C#. Okay, and now we want to show our form, since we already described it. Now to show, we need to show it, and this form, meaning the form 1, we need to hide it now, right? There's no need to open both forms. Hide this form. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. Here, show. Yeah, typo. Yeah, that we all do typos. Okay. Okay. Now, if it is not correct, if there's no data in it, and if it's false, we need to find out. We need to display a message to do this, let's do this. Put some code here. Okay, let's do this. BL. If it is equivalent to true, in this case now it is false. Okay, then what's going to happen? We need to show a message box. Message box dot show, and let's do this way. Name or password is not correct. Yeah, like that. Okay. Next, we need to put, the way I do this, I put heading in my message box. This is how I did it. Yeah, that's right. This is my message box. Okay. Message box. Now let's put a button in it. Okay, sounds good. Okay button, and let's put something. Let's put some explanation or something like that. Message box icon. Let's put an icon there too. Why not? Exclamation. Yeah, this is how I did it. And message box default button, which is going to be button 1 in my case here. And now don't forget that we need to close our data reader, otherwise the database will be open and creates a problem for us. Yeah, I learned the hard way, guys. Connection should be closed because we are not going to be using it any longer. And this is it. Now let's run it and let's see it will